Hello, it's Cairo. Welcome back to the channel. How are you? Hope you're doing well. It is a Thursday evening and the bans just came into effect today. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the bans are, for Standard at least, Alrund's Epiphany is banned. Divide by Zero is banned. And Faceless Haven is banned. So what does that mean for the meta? Well, Is It Epiphany has been pretty much gutted. You can't use Alrund's Epiphany anymore to combo out on turn 7 or 8 to effectively end the game before your opponent can take another turn. And Mono White has taken a pretty big hit. Mono White was the best aggro deck in Standard for the past month or two, longer than that, but that current version has been the best for the past month or two with Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow, and Faceless Haven was a staple in that deck. Now that it can no longer be used, they're not finding it as easy to push damage through. So this is day one of the new meta, if you can call it that. And I think Mono Black Control is sitting firmly in at least one of the top 1 to 2, maybe 3 top decks right now. The games that we're going to get into, you'll see that there's some new variations. There's a Naya deck with some pretty good Gruul elements in there. There's a couple of interesting things going on. So I think this deck's going to be very good. I hope you enjoy the games. Let me run through the deck list before we get started. We have 4 Eyetwitches for early game 1/1 flyer, chump blocker, and sack fodder. Same with Shambling Ghast. We usually use the treasure tokens unless there's a target we need to eliminate early to ramp us into our other spells. Deadly Dispute for the same thing. Sack some creatures, make some treasures, baby. Infernal Grasp, our instant speed removal. In case our opponent drops a big bomb, we can save 2 mana and destroy it before it even comes to our turn if they tap out especially. Sweeper, Meathook Massacre. Nasty card, has been since it released, and we are running it because it's gross. Spell Stinger, 3/2 Death Toucher. Keeps aggro off of our backs if we can get this down on turn 3. Even better if we can exploit a Shambling Ghast or an Eyetwitch to get extra value there. Skullport Merchant. Similar line to Fell Stinger, except it just has a big high toughness, so it can keep things at bay without killing them, but it can block 3/3s. It can even block 4/4s, 5/5s, whatever. And if it dies, we don't really care. It can generate some card advantage too. 1 Soul Shatter for instant speed removal. That is a sacrifice mechanic. So this gets around things like indestructibility, hexproof, things like that. We're only running 1, but when we need it, we want it. Agadeem's Awakening. If we want to bring back a bunch of trash, put it on the field later in the game. An Eyetwitch, a Fell Stinger, we can bring it back. We can exploit the Eyetwitch again to get some value there. 2 Soar and the Mirthless. Usually we'll use this to make 2/3 lifelink or vampires to stabilize us around turn 4, but it can provide us some card advantage too. Lolth, same type of deal. Blood on the Snow, used to wipe the board, bring back our Lolth or our Sorin or whatever. Professor Onyx, one of our big finishing bombs, and Toxrill the Corrosive. We run 1 of them, but if aggro games go long, it is devastating against a board that's been wiped 2 or 3 times. Your opponent's trying to restabilize. They play 2 or 3 little 2/2, 3/3s. Toxrill just eliminates all of that. It's just disgusting when it comes down and when it works. 3 Hives of the Eye Tyrants. We cannot use Faceless Haven anymore, like I said earlier, so we have 3 of these. We have 2 Crawling Barrens, because when games get grindy, we want to have a land that we can continually sink mana into and get it huge so we can attack for the win. 2 Fields of Ruin, because people are still going to be playing all of the activated lands from the D&D set. Even though Faceless Haven's out, we still want the Fields of Ruin. And we're using 15 Snow-Covered Swamps. In the sideboard, we haven't fixed this yet. I was messing with this for a best of 3 matchup with Go Blank and stuff from Is It Epiphany. So we'll probably change this, but we do have 2 Environmental Sciences and a Mascot Exhibition. Probably want Necrotic Fumes in there. You probably want, I don't know, Pest Summoning, maybe, something like that. I'll work on the sideboard, I'll fix it up, but I wanted to run it preliminary with that. All we really needed, honestly, are Environmental Sciences and Mascot Exhibition to finish out the games. So, if you liked the video, please consider giving a thumbs up And consider subscribing to the channel so I can bring more content. We have a bunch of videos you can watch released over the past week. Do standard events, Mythic ranked, constructed. We're going to be doing some draft, especially when Kamigawa comes out. We're going to get some draft tokens and really start analyzing those cards and getting in there. So without further ado, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Okay, welcome to Game 1. In the new meta without Alrund's Epiphany, divided by Zero or Faceless Haven. Looks like we're on the play. We've got an Eyetwitch turn 1 into a Deadly Dispute turn 2, getting rid of Eyetwitch, making a treasure. Wish we didn't have Toxrill or Professor in our hand, but we'll work with what we have. Let's do it. Bat comes down. Another Deadly Dispute. Go in for 1. Say go. Slaughter Specialist. Okay. I guess we still want to dispute the Eyetwitch because we want to make sure we hit our mana. Yeah. Not too worried about the Slaughter Specialist. We'll grab a Swamp here. I should have Deadly Disputed before the token came down, I guess. Oh well. Alright. Looks like maybe an Orzhov control. Not sure. We'll block with the Ghast. Make a treasure. See what else they have in mind for their turn. Nothing. Okay, here's Agadeems. We'll play this. We'll pay the life. Throw it on Lolth.
You could have such power, but you aren't I generous?
We won't attack because we might want to just block, triple block the Slaughter Specialist. It's not worth getting the 1 damage in. We'll see what they do. Keep a strong defense up. We'll be on the lookout for Vanishing Verse, things like that, so it wouldn't surprise me to see Lolth get taken out here. We do have another Lolth though, so that's cool. If at all possible, we want to save our treasure so we can Toxrill as soon as possible. We also will need to draw probably some targeted removal, if not a Blood on the Snow at some point to get rid of the Slaughter Specialist. Doesn't have Trample, so we can chump block it into Eternity if we need to, as long as we have the creatures. Professor Onyx, I guess, could get rid of it too.
I will not
Okay.
cry like a meek little thing.
Okay. Let's go in with our spiders, because they have Menace. Let's drop a Fell Stinger. Attack this human. Draw some cards, lose a couple life. They'll have to get rid of the Fell Stinger before they come in and attack us with the Slaughter Specialist, since it has Death Touch. And I don't know, do we play Skullport here? We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana next turn. No, I think we just keep Deadly Dispute up. We can cleanly cast Lolth next turn again. Make a couple more Menace Spiders to get in there past the Slaughter Specialist. Alright, there's a Sorin.
Out of my way. I have a wedding to start. You deal with this annoyance.
Okay, we're gonna deadly dispute the treasure. Okay. Let's drop Onyx. We're gonna -3 to get rid of the Slaughter Specialist. Then since these have Menace, we'll go in for Sorin. We'll go in here. And we'll go in here. They'll probably attack Onyx next turn, which we don't really care about.
Know that I will not abandon my quest.
We have 5 mana, so we can cleanly play Lolth. We can also play Sorin and a Shambling Ghast. We have options. So there goes Onyx. They go to 12.
I'll be in my office.
Depending on if we draw land or not, we may want to cast Skullport Merchant, leaving us with 2 mana and a treasure token. Then cast a Shambling Ghast and then save a Deadly Dispute. Okay, sack a creature, they get their Slaughter Specialist back. I guess we'll sack the fighter. Okay. Go in.
My children drench them. A gift in exchange for loyalty.
So, depends on what they do here, but we'll have 3 Menace Spiders going in, threatening 6 if they attack. Even with 1 creature. Angel of Destiny. Coming in at Lolth. Double strike. We each gain the life. You have 15 more life than your starting total. Okay, I didn't expect that, but here we'll go. Is it combat damage to a player? Oh, so they're not even going to gain any life off this. So they'll gain 2 life off of it. So we'll come back with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's fine.
A pity our time is over.
We'll go 6. We'll get 7 on him this turn for sure. Anything we can do? Not really. We can meat hook. Yeah, we can meat hook to kill. This itself doesn't have lifelink. So let's go in with everything. Meat hook to finish the game out. Come on, mouse. There we go. Got a meat hook to finish it up. Spiders. 1227. Alright, let's get into game number 2. Toxrill. That sucks, seeing that in the opening hand. But on the good side, we have a Hive of the Eye Tyrant, 2 Snow-Covered Swamps, a Ghast, and a Deadly Dispute, and an Infernal Grasp. So this looks pretty good for on the play for us. Let the zombie eat. Snarl, revealing a Plains, Lunarch Veteran. Gotcha. Okay, let's go in. Get the veteran out. We don't want him gaining life. That's fine. Grab a treasure. Next turn we'll move into a Skullport Merchant, probably. Toxrill's looking mighty fine. It's our... How do we get there? So, we get there, I believe, by playing Merchant here. Next turn we play... If we draw land, we play Ghast, Fellstinger, exploit the Ghast, make another treasure token. That puts us at 6. Yeah, this looks fine. Alright. We're chilling. Voice. Okay. Plans might have changed. We might have to get rid of that voice. We did draw the land. Do we have to get rid of it yet? Probably not. Let's go here. Let's go here. I'm counting on the fact that we're going to draw a land so we can play Toxrill next turn. So I'm going to go ahead and kill the Lunarch Veteran. Get rid of their life gain trigger so the voice doesn't get larger. And we'll say go. We also have a meat hook here, which is cool. We can play Toxrill next turn. Not sure if we want to do it or not. Okay. Valkyrie. Let's see here. Meat hook. We have... We have a meat hook that could kill everything. Is that the plan, though? I also don't want to put Toxrill out and have them just exile it. So let's take it slow. Go in with the Stinger. They take it. So let's meat hook for 4. Just kill everything. If they're relying on Righteous Valkyrie, they're going to have to try to build their board back up and we can meat hook again, or we can just Toxrill if we draw land. There's a voice. There's a phantom. Okay. So let's do this. Let's Eyetwitch. Let's Fellstinger. Exploit the Eyetwitch. We'll take the cards. Okay, we drew a land and a Sorin. We'll grab Mascot. Play land. And I think we'll probably end up Infernal grasping that voice. But we'll just say go for now. Cleric of Life's Bond. Alright. I guess we let this go. We can take care of all this with a meat hook. So, best practice would be to keep the Infernal Grasp up in case they play something nasty that we don't like. Okay. We're taking 1. We're good with that. Lolth. Oh, tough. We want to get Lolth out there, but we also want to meat hook everything away. Let's not be greedy. Let's go in. Yep, we're coming in for 3. They are officially in top deck mode now. And we have all of our powerhouses still left. 4, 5, 6. I guess that's fine. They have no triggers or anything, so Toxrill comes down, baby. Come on, Slug. Slug horror. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we love it. Toxrill the Corrosive. Okay, expensive stuff in the hand here. We have a Deadly Dispute with no creature to dispute. Meat Hook, Both, and Blood in the Snow. This looks hard. This looks like a hard hand. A hard hand to keep. But if we mulligan, we get another hand where we have 2 swamps and a bunch of expensive things. That's going to be really rough. We'll keep it. Hopefully we draw a 1-drop creature, and that will give us momentum. We'll keep it. This is about the worst starting hand that you get, and don't mulligan, though. Infernal Grasp. That's not going to sustain us. Okay. Yep. Get rid of that right now. That's not good. Okay. Wolf, Blood, and Professor Onyx in hand. Whew. This is going to be a tough one. And another Meat Hook. Well, sometimes Magic's like that, folks. We don't draw land, we don't get something going in the next turn or two, we're going to get overrun. Alright. What else? Cave of the Frost Dragon. Okay. Can't do anything about it. Let's, let's hope they play another creature, put the counter on that creature, and then we draw land and we can Meat Hook them both out. I debated on playing the Meat Hook for 0 just to get that down, but I don't think it matters. I think we either get ahead of them here or we don't. We stabilize or we don't. 4. One mana away from a Cave of the Frost Dragon activation, meaning 9 damage to us next turn. So, do this.
You reek with terror. My power is for annihilation.
Spiders on the field. Brutal Cathar. Could be a lot worse. Counter goes there. They go for Lolth. Do we try to let them kill Lolth, draw land, Blood on the Snow, bring Lolth back? That's a plan. If we block here, I guess we keep Lolth, we draw a card, lose a life. More likely to hit our land drop and Blood on the Snow, but then we bring back what? Nothing? Or I guess we Meat Hook for 4. Alright, so we block. See if we can pull a land here. There's an Eyetwitch. Pull a land. There's land.
My hatred lives.
Okay. 6 mana. Here's what we have to do. Thinking they have a snakeskin veil or something like that. Maybe a Sajiri shelter? They're debating on wanting to use or something? Yeah, veil there. Okay. So the Cathar dies. Aspirant will go to 6 next turn. They can fire up the Cave of the Frost Dragon. And they can bring us to 2. So what's our game plan next turn? Eyetwitch. The block. Cave of the Frost Dragon. And then maybe if we draw land, Professor Onyx to kill the Aspirant. Does that stabilize us? We'll see. That's definitely the plan, though, right? Is to hit us for 9. Bring us to 2. Unless they have something better. Let's not forget they do have 2 red mana. Oh, they're going to take out Lolth. This could work out for us, because they could play a creature. We can Blood on the Snow, bring Lolth back, kill both their creatures, and have blockers for the cave. They didn't do anything. That's bizarre. So part of me wants to play Onyx. Blow out the Aspirant. But they have 2 red mana, which leads me to believe they could have a hasty creature. And they're just waiting for the board wipe. So, in this case, we're going to go do this. Alright. So they just have a bunch of stuff to protect them, basically. So at least we have 2 blockers now. With reach, so if they have a hasty creature or something, we can block. Yep. We have seen this before. So are they going to attack? I'm not sure if they knew it was night. I think they were counting on that being able to exile one of our spiders. So next turn I think we Eyetwitch. And then Professor Onyx, because it makes them sacrifice the Aspirant. Right? Highest power. Yeah. So there's no Valorous stancing around that. There's no Snakeskin veiling around that, because they have to sack it.
My will cannot be denied.
Yeah. So let's do this. Attack.
New job, new life, It was going to die eventually anyway.
Eyetwitch, draw a card, lose a life.
My children will
Draw a meat hook, hang back. They can get rid of the Eyetwitch. What else do we have? Hopefully they have a lot of small creatures that they'll be forced to play out into our... That's not bad. We'll get rid of that if they use all their mana to pump it. They don't. Ah, and partners. Okay, we can easily wipe this, right? Yeah. We'll wipe this out. So it's the question here of, do they want to attack Onyx, they want to attack Lolth, they want to attack Brutal Cathar. They want to get rid of Onyx with that. They're attacking both there. Well, in that case... Onyx dies either way. We'll do this so that way when we meet Hook, we kill our Eyetwitch, and then we're able to grab a Mascot Exhibition.
Great. So much for a new start.
We will slay our enemies.
Field of Ruin for the Cave of the Frost Dragon. We like that. So we need to meet Hook for 3. Which means we can do this first. Actually, let's go in first. Might as well get the damage. Oh, that is reach. Okay. Well, we're going to do it in combat then, I guess.
I will cull the weak.
Yeah, Mascot. Do we have a Sorin or anything in here? We do not. Alright.
Subservience will be rewarded.
Okay. We're looking at the board from a stable position now. We've killed a lot of big threats in here. Take the meat hook away. Okay. Draw a card, lose a life.
It's bold to buy.
Another Lolth. Send them.
Do what I demand.
So many choices. That too. I was taking a little bit of time because... So here's what I was thinking. We have multiple board wipes in our hand. We have a meat hook, we have a blood on the snow. I was debating on whether to play out Mascot Exhibition there and just kind of go and be aggressive, but they still are at 17 and we're at 11. We were stabilizing and gaining board presence as we went. I also wanted to activate the Field of Ruin to get rid of their Cave of the Frost Dragon, just to bring that nail into the coffin. We had 2 other Lolths, so it ran through my mind, do I just replay a Lolth, sack the other one, make 2 more spiders before next turn playing Mascot? Or Blood on the Snow, kill all the creatures, bring back Professor Onyx. So we had so many options that my brain was trying to weigh each one back and forth as they go. In the beginning that looked rough. We were able to stabilize, so I'm glad that we did that, and that makes 3-0 for this short video that we're making tonight. So let's look at the deck post-game deck analysis here. I did a video last night with a mono black version on a standard event going 7-1, and that deck had Faceless Haven. As you all know, or maybe don't know, if you don't, allow me to break the news to you that we had some bannings in standard that happened today. The significant bannings of that take place in standard were Alrund's Epiphany, the 7 or 6, depending on if you foretell it, blue spell that makes you take an extra turn and generate a couple bird tokens, 1/1 flyers. We had Divide by Zero banned, and we had Faceless Haven banned. So Faceless Haven, the banning is going to affect mono white aggro the most because that's the deck that it's most powerful in. So I would think that mono white aggro got hamstrung a little bit, and Is It Epiphany is just gutted. So you can no longer rely on doubling Alrund's Epiphany to win matches, and Hammer wins home with the 1/1 birds. So with that being said, I took a look at the meta and I said which is going to be something that's pretty good but has been held back before, and that answer is Mono Black Control. Mono Black Control excels at beating Mono White. It excels pretty well at beating Mono Green. The main weakness that Mono Black Control had was Is It Epiphany, which is now gone. So if you like this video, you watch the video. We only played 3 games tonight. We won all 3 games, and then that last one we came in from behind. Pretty strong deck. If you want to build it, there's going to be a link in the description. If you want to follow on Twitter, it's the same username, CairoMTG. I post stats, deck lists there. I would really appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing some more standard mythic videos. We do standard events. We do some draft here and there. We do all kinds of stuff. So I appreciate you checking out the channel, liking the video, and subscribing and sharing it with your friends that like Magic. And until next time, hope you curve out and have the best of luck.